too.
By the way, bro, I said sometimes a box score does tell the whole story, and that's why I went through it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this now, just talking to you.
Yep.
Team USA against Brazil shot damn near 60% from the floor and damn near 50 from three. Like,
Yeah.
it's how? That's with Steph struggling to shoot, Jason Tatum struggling. This is just ridiculous, Ante. This team's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a ridiculous team. And the thing about it is, in the first half, they were really sloppy with the turnovers as well.
That's what I'm saying. They still haven't put together a full game where the full team balls out yet.
Yeah, they haven't. And, I mean, they probably won't. And they probably won't need to because they're stacked. You earlier were saying, like, oh, we can't compare this to the 92 Dream Team.
Don't you do it.
And I'm over here looking at the box scores, obviously. And, we all watch the, the documentaries and all that other stuff.
Here we go.
I wasn't born. You were watching it. That team was great. Don't get me wrong. That team was great. But I would be willing to argue that this might be the second greatest Olympic
you
basketball
can have that argument
team
all day.
all time.
I'm not a part of that argument.
I think Redeem Team is better because they had more like energy coming into it. Like, I think they felt more disrespected because they actually lost like the Olympics before that, which was 2004, I believe, right?
Yeah.
They actually did not win a gold medal in the Olympics. This team was like, oh, okay, we didn't win in FIBA, you know what I mean, the World Cup last year. So we got to, whatever, show off for our country. But with the 2008 Redeem Team, they were actually super bought in, and there's no Kobe Bryant on this team.
All right, I'm looking now.
Yep.
On that roster, I'm going to just run through it quick.
Yep.
Carlos Boozer, Jason Kidd, LeBron James, Darren Williams, Michael Redd, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like on paper this team's better.
Which team?
This team. Current.
This team. I mean,
Current team.
Yes and no. I feel like that team had more guys that were further along in their career. Like, they had more guys in their primes, I should say.
Okay.
Right now we have this team where there's a huge separation between guys who are reaching their prime and guys who are exiting their prime. That team had a lot of guys who were in it. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think that team is just a little bit better. I give them the nod.
You give the Redeem Team a little bit
Yes.
better.
The Redeem Team gets the nod
fair.
because of that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That coach was Coach K, though.
And they have a better coach.
I can't stand either one.
But you know that Coach K is a better Olympic basketball coach than Steve Kerr is.
All right. You see, now you're making me give props to Coach K. That's how I know it's time to transition. What's next?
So next, I just wanted to get your perspective on this. Obviously, like, USA basketball has been it has a big upcoming opponent.
Yeah.
They gotta face Serbia, but maybe on the other side, they got to face Germany and France. Who do you think the biggest threat is to USA's gold attempts?
It's interesting because you and I talked about this before the tournament, and we really nailed it.
Yeah.
We talked about Serbia because of Jokic, of course.
Right.
We talked about France because of Wemby and others. Go Bears on that team. Like, they got guys.
Right.
I don't want to disrespect them. We did not talk about Germany, but we had Canada, remember?
Yep.
And Canada had all these NBA players. And so naturally you're inclined to look at the teams that have the most NBA players. And quite frankly, Canada is no longer there because that's the answer. Yeah. And I think you and I both sort of walked away feeling like Canada was that biggest threat. Now, I'm like, who's the lesser of the two evils, Jokic or Wemby? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I no disrespect to Germany. I just feel like Team USA will drub them. I think this comes down to this rematch now against Serbia. And then, again, I said to start the show, my guess is they're going to see France in the gold medal game. Jokic and Wemby are both just so good.
Yep.
It feels like Wemby's team is a little more polished. I was impressed with that overtime game.
Yeah.
Who was that they beat? That wasn't Canada.
That
I can't even
was
remember.
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
That game was incredible. And I just think, and I know you say, well, you went to overtime with Japan. How good can they be? Like, no.
No, Japan was a good team.
Japan was no joke. And also, I actually walked away from that game feeling more impressed with France.
Yeah.
Seeing them against the ropes, seeing how they responded to that. And man, Wemby was the dude in that game.
Yeah, he was.
So I think I'm going to go France here. I mean, it's between Serbia and France, but I'm going to go France. I think they're the biggest threat.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with France as well, but for a different reason.
Okay.
And it's because I think this Germany team is actually being slept on. I think that you're right that France is going to end up winning this game on Thursday. But Germany is the team that USA has the most ammo against, which is why I would say they're not a big threat because LeBron – Germany's the reason that we have this Avengers team, honestly.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're the team that beat USA and took them out of the gold medal game and won the gold.
That's
you know what I mean? In the World Cup. So obviously that team would just be a team that, you know, especially with Schroeder, you know, him not re-signing with the Lakers, you know, LeBron's petty.
Of course.
So he's probably, you know, he's going to use any ammo that he can to, you know, go at this team. So I think Germany would honestly be last just because of that. Not because I don't think this team is good. I think that team is a team. You know what I mean? Like how we talked about the Japan team, maybe, they don't have as many NBA players as these other teams do and stuff like that. Who cares? This team is a team. This Germany team has been playing together for many of years. Schroeder has been leading them for a ton of time. You know what I mean? The Wagners have already been in there, and when they play overseas international basketball, they bring exactly that flair. Mo brings the toughness, the grit that you want to see from him, but he also becomes a great stretch big. And then his brother is just a great offensive guard. Really, I know he's a wing, but just a guard at that level who can really just do it all on every side of the court. So that team is scary, but I agree. Because they're going to get bounced by France, because USA would have the best ammo against them, I think the biggest threat is the French because people don't respect Rudy Gobert. They're going to not respect Wemby because they're going to be like, oh, he's the young guy.
He's young.
But they have the other guys like Fournier, I forget the kid's name, but number 8, Cordier or something like that.
I remember his name, Pepe Lapierre. Pepe Lapierre.
But yeah, no, he was lighting up the team on the other night. He was just going crazy in the first half, shooting the ball. He had 13 points in the first half.
Shooting that
lighting up Canada. So obviously I just have to give respect to this France team, man. I said it before before the Olympics even started, before they started, you know, France came into this Olympics looking terrible. They lost like 5 games in a row in the showcase games. But I said it before. I'm like, you said Canada. I was like France. I think France has the biggest chance to, you know, dethrone the USA, and they're showing us that right now for sure.